Thank you, and good evening. Some of you probably have seen the Western classical movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It's a wonderful movie about two non-violent, very likable cowboys. And we are reporters who make games. I will tell you later a little bit more about it. And we like the movie for two reasons. First of all, it's a really good movie. It's an interesting story. But second, these two cowboys do something really different. They left the West and went to Bolivia. And we thought, okay, that's interesting. Let's see if we can copy these cowboys. So we tried to be as cool as these cowboys in the movie. And as you can see, we failed. So we think maybe there's another way we can copy these cowboys in another way. So let's do something really different. Well, to understand what we can do different, you need to know a little bit more about who we are. Butch Sundance is a company with the aim to contribute to a sustainable and peaceful society. And we think that storytelling and serious gaming are a serious factor in getting there. Why? I have to talk really fast because the photos go really fast. Why stories? Because stories help you connect with new words, new people, and new ideas. And that's why a lot of people like modern-day theologians, but also marketeers, are talking about storytelling. And we as reporters also like storytelling. But we also felt a bit frustrated that we only had a few hundred words in newspapers to bring our story. And also, if we did do it, only a few well-informed, well-educated people would read it. And there are a lot more people who are less educated, who don't read newspapers, are a bit younger, and we want to reach out to them as well. So we thought maybe we have to do something really different, like a Butch and Sundance, and see if we can use gaming as a way to tell stories better. That's when we met Jane McGonigal. She's a really famous game developer, and she said, we can use games to shape a better future. This is really interesting, because there are many millions, billions of hours spent on games like World of Warcraft. You can fill 6 million years if you add all the hours that people play on this game only. And so what if we use the power of games for something else? That's a good idea, because the people who make games are shaping behavior. That's what their job is. So they read about psychology, about brain research, about sociology, and they do it so they can make something that really fits your system, so it really engages you. That's one of the reasons why gaming is really a nice way to tell a story. So we decided, let's try if we can tell one of our stories by using a game. And that's how we started creating Underground Reporter, a game where you can be a fearless reporter instead of a fearless cowboy, and create a story. And instead of killing aliens, you can sit down, for example, in a village in a remote Afghan area, where you can talk with people about their daily life. Or instead of competing with your peers on how many casualties you make, you can compete with them on how many sources you can collect, so you can tell a better story. Or another example, you don't learn about some virtual reality with dwarves or witches or whatever, but you learn something about the food crisis. The game we make about the food crisis really helps you. You play it, and after you played it, you know how the food crisis works and what the impact is in Uganda and in the Netherlands. So it's really strong. There's only one problem. We have really good competitors. We have to be smart. And one of the things we did was using available techniques, like using documentary film photography to recreate the environment that we have to use for our games. And the good thing about it is that it gives a documentary feel on your games, so it feels really real, and that makes that you are really serious into your story. And there's another strategy. We tried to find partners that helped us to get the game in the right context, so that it didn't feel as just an entertainment thing, but as something that was part of a bigger concept. And in the end, we're still reporters, but instead of making newspapers, we are making games. And you saw in the picture before that the young people, thousands of people in the Netherlands already play the game Underground Reporter. More than 100,000 already, so it's really growing. And it has a lot of potential, and there was a really nice conclusion that I wanted to share with you, but my time is over. So Let's do that at the bottle later. Okay? Thanks.